I'm not used to hunting with lights.
Right.
When you hunt, it's dark.
Yeah.
The night is the one true side of hunting left yet to be explored. And as far as I'm concerned, there's no right or wrong way to hunt at night. All we did is take the funnest sport on the planet, and we did it our way. We are all complete addicts. And if anybody tried to come and tell us we had to stop, good luck with that. Throughout the years, we've changed so much. Looking back on what we did 10 years ago is barely even recognizable. This whole journey is like putting together a lifelong puzzle without all the pieces. Each piece falling into place one season at a time as we evolve together as a team. Not individually, but as a single unit with one goal. This system we created for filming a predator in the dark has taken us down one heck of a path. Who knows where it will go, as each new piece of the puzzle only seems to come with time, when it is ready. No one but God can predict the future, but one thing that will never change is our drive to constantly better what we do. The way I see it, the moment we get complacent and satisfied is the moment we quit trying. And I've never been a quitter. These past several years have yielded us countless improvements as we learn from our mistakes, each one bettering this or that. But there are only a handful of distinct moments of change that simply took things to that next level. This is one of those moments. We spent months trying to come up with something new to show everyone that had never been done before. And then one day it dawned on me. Thermal does not see light. It sees heat. In other words, no matter how much light we put or don't put on an animal, thermal still looks exactly the same. We just never realized it until now. We've wanted to incorporate night vision into our process for years. Unfortunately, extreme amounts of light and night vision just simply don't work. But the basic principle of thermal amplifying heat instead of light gives us an opportunity we never had with night vision. Only thing left to do was to find some thermal, and the only place out there I trust is Ultimate Night Vision.
Ultimate Night Vision, this is Tyler. How can I help you? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We keep the Mark II, 35, Mark III, 60, and the Reap IR all in stock for sale and for rent. We have them in a rental pool. We could have that to you as early as Friday. It's a very simple process. Yes, sir. We'll get it shipped right out. Yes, sir.
Oh.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you been?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
You doing well about yourself?
Yeah, you about to send some toys to somebody?
Yeah, more and more every day.
Yeah, well, we've been kind of messing around a little bit with some ideas.
Okay, what you got?
You might want to sit down.
Okay, well, come to my office. We can sit down.
Just hear me out.
Okay, another one of your crazy ideas.
You're going to think I'm crazy.
Well, that's nothing new.
I met Tyler this year through a mutual friend. When we met, he was already pretty familiar with what we do with our light system. And I could tell right off the bat, lights were the enemy to Tyler. Trying to convince a thermal expert that lights aren't all bad, well, let's just say it's going to turn out to be a bit more work than I anticipated.
For years, we've wanted to try to incorporate night vision somehow into our process, but obviously you've seen how much light we use. There's absolutely no way that we could get away with doing anything with night vision.
Could blow up a tube in 2 seconds, yeah.
Well, the thing is, I got to thinking, thermal doesn't see light, it sees heat. So, hear me out. Why not combine the two? We put the two together just to see what happens.
I mean, I'm not really sure where it's gonna go or what that's gonna accomplish or what, you know, if you're shining a big white light out in the middle of the field, what the point of having a thermal is.
There's no reason it should be lights versus thermal. If a guy could get good at running a light as well as very effective with a thermal, there's absolutely no reason that that guy couldn't be a more effective hunter than a guy that's stuck in this little box. Well, I've got to hunt with thermal if I go night hunt, or I've got to go and hunt with a light. Lights are better than thermal, or thermal's better than lights. I disagree.
Who are you and what have you done with Chris Robinson?
Right. Here's the thing. For years, it's been lights versus thermal. I want to make it lights and thermal. If a guy could take lights and put the capabilities of thermal to use in conjunction with lights, it'll be a more effective approach to hunting at night. I'm 100% confident. But you've got to see it yourself to understand what we do with that rig. You won't really understand until you see it firsthand.
Well, I'm willing to look at your fancy lights and see how it works. I want to keep an open mind. I think you should just turn them off.
Let's go look at it. I'll go
check it
show it
out.
to you, man.
It's crazy how you can have two completely separate forms of hunting predators at night, both extremely effective in certain ways, yet to get from point A to B, your approach to the sport changes almost altogether between the two. I knew in my gut what I wanted to do would work, so I figured the best way to convince him was to invite him on a hunt and just show him firsthand. The two worlds were about to collide. We decided the best approach on this hunt was just to let both sides just do their thing. So that's what we did.
What unit is that, Tyler?
It's one dirty gun. It's an Iron Hunter Mark III, 35 millimeter by Auto Defense. On an ARFCOM, 16-inch, 5.56 with a silencer Co Omega.
It's a killing machine, huh?
Tyler is one of those guys you can just tell. When you hunt with enough people over a long period of time, you tend to pick up on which ones just know what they're doing and which ones don't. And it became very apparent real quick we had the thermal expert in the truck, and there was no doubt we had our work cut out for us. All we wanted to do was get just one animal to play our game. Seeing is believing. We wanted Tyler to see with his own two eyes what was possible with the light, but we had no idea what kind of encounter we were about to have with the bobcat.
Dude,
Holy crap, that thing was close.
that cat is awesome.
I didn't realize how close he was. Yeah. Goodness gracious, that thing
I'll
was
tell you what,
close.
filming through a thermal is a little bit different than filming through
Yeah.
a regular camera.
I thought he was going to be 50 yards away. I'd look up and he's 15 yards away.
Heck yeah, man. Good job. Good
Thanks.
job.
You ever see anything like that?
I've never seen anything remotely close to that. I mean, the cat came, he started about 60 yards, 70 yards when we first spotted him.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been hanging out in that
He'd
brush.
been
I think
hanging
that's
out.
what we saw whenever we first
Picked
got
him
in
up on the
stand.
thermal. Y'all immediately turned the lights over. Obviously, you saw him on the thermal. You saw him on the lights. And he just came right in. He stopped twice. I thought he was going to bust us and head the other direction. We sat tight. He just kept coming.
I could tell by the look on Tyler's face he had just witnessed something he had never seen before. It was a look of genuine shock that a wild animal would come into that much light and get that close. You see, Tyler has spent his entire life using the cover of complete darkness with no light, only using thermal and night vision to hunt predators, because that was his world. That's what he knew. But on this night, he was in ours, and you could tell he was rethinking everything he ever thought he knew about the use of light. Our intent was never to devalue the use or effectiveness of thermal or night vision, because in many cases they can be just as, if not more effective as lights in certain situations. All we simply wanted to do was get another perspective from an expert from a different world. A world that frankly we had very little experience with but wanted to learn. And learn we did.
Now, it's not that I'm lazy, but I'll let you do the honors.
All right.
Now, we're some big guys. You got me, I'm 6'6". How tall are you? You're probably
6'3".
6'. We got some big guys in the back of this truck. Now, you look perspective-wise against us and that cat. You know, it's not like we're a bunch of midgets holding up a 10-pound bobcat trying to claim he's big.
That's a big bobcat.
Dude, that is awesome, man.
That is awesome.
I'm pumped for you, dude.
I'm excited about it.
Like I've said before, there is no right or wrong way to hunt at night. And if you're the type that lives inside that little box that says, if you're gonna hunt at night, you must only use lights, or you must only use thermal or night vision, then you will never succeed with anything beyond what is possible, except for what's contained inside that little box. It's only when you step back and take a look at both worlds objectively that you realize they aren't enemies. In fact, when combined, the two together become a more effective approach to hunting at night than just one by itself in most situations. That is something we all learned. We're on our first hunt with new friend and thermal expert Tyler Adair, and a big cat's already in the truck. Tonight's experiment of combining thermal and lights has already been a huge success, as well as an eye-opening experience for both Tyler and ourselves. The animals were moving, so we decided to take Tyler to a calving pasture that always has coyotes close by this time of year. It's a big pasture that will support large numbers of cattle, and once we got there and set up, let me tell you, we found the cows, lots of them. But we also found the coyotes. There were coyotes everywhere, running all over the place. They were wreaking havoc with these cows, and Tyler could see every coyote within 1,000 yards of the rig. He knew where they were, he knew what they were doing, and he could even see coyotes that were looking directly at the truck that I flat out could not see. At that moment, myself and Jared realized the advantage thermal had in this situation to detect coyotes that we otherwise would have never known were there. This one stand showed us the true power of thermal and opened our eyes to something we had never seen before. At this point, with so many coyotes around, we just decided to pick one upwind and try to call him away from a free-range buffet of afterbirth and put the Johnny Stewart to the test. Looks like we got someone's attention.
Your mag's almost out.
I only had like 5 in there.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, man, we haven't had that great of a night.
I know, I should have brought the 10-rounder, huh?
Oh, that's all right. 30 rounds, hopes and dreams.
It was now a mutual learning experience for both sides that yielded a wealth of insight that ultimately led us all to one unanimous conclusion. There is no more lights versus thermal, and one is not better than the other across the board. But for a night hunter, they are stronger used strategically in conjunction with one another in whatever way each situation may demand.
Man, I had fun tonight.
You all sure did an awesome job of calling them in close.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that. I have to say, I was doubting,
Yeah.
but y'all know how to do it with the lights better than anything I've ever seen.
After seeing the true power of thermal last year firsthand, we couldn't wait to have Tyler up for an early season hunt. So myself, along with good friend Matt Charsky, loaded Tyler up to work on some coyotes. Matt is the newest member of our team, but he is no rookie to killing coyotes. This was his turn to see what thermal can do just like we did firsthand, and all we needed was a willing participant. And it didn't take long until we found the first prospect. And amazing enough, the only person in the rig that could see this coyote was, you guessed it, Tyler. All myself or Matt could see was a tree. But Tyler was tracking him the entire time with his thermal scope. That is, until he made the mistake of stepping out into the open. He's about to get his first lesson about lights.
Hey, hey, hey!
Good shot. You just hammered him. Oh, outstanding. That was close.
What do you think?
See, that's gotta be
10, maybe?
10, 12 yards at the
Not even,
most.
yeah.
He almost didn't stop, gosh.
He almost got in the truck with us.
That last sound, he just came flying in.
Unfortunately for him, that's one lesson he'll never have to learn ever again.
Dude, man, that thermal made all the difference, huh?
Yeah, when he was behind those trees,
I couldn't see him with the
I had him the
spotlight.
whole time.
I just quit looking because I had no shot with the spotlight.
Yeah, he was behind some pretty thick stuff.
Yeah, he
I
was.
could see him the whole time.
Can't hide from the thermal,
You
though.
can't, especially at 10 yards.
Oh, that is awesome. I can't wait to see that.
The next piece to this puzzle has fallen into place, and it will undoubtedly change the way we approach hunting in the dark from here on out. For the night crew, thermal proved to be a huge asset for detection as well as for tracking. But for Tyler, it showed him just how close the right animal would come to a light when ran properly.
Hey, hey!
Good shot, man.
Thanks. 13
right.
yards away.
That's the way we like them. That is the way we like them.
Yeah,
Don't mess around with those 200-yard shots.
that's right.
Get 'em nice and close.
Call him in nice and close.
Good shot, buddy. Let's go do it again.
Let's do it.
The moral to this story is simply always keep an open mind to trying something new. It's not about converting someone who's already successful from one method to another. It's simply about bettering one's current success to an even higher level. You just have to be willing to try something new like we did.